People, make sure that you go ahead and check out the B-Line Entertainment Stuff and Things shop. We got all merchandise that you're looking for. Everything to promote the show. That's right, from hats to glasses to cups to sweatshirts to t-shirts, you name it. Boys, girls, babies, whoever wants to show off that they love watching the B-Line Entertainment LLC. We can't wait to see you in your brand new gear. Come on and check it out today. Let's go!
The watch list.
Jurassic World Rebirth.
Now, Supergirl had right? That's all they were talking about was getting some.
Have some more.
Oh, the sloppy.
Sure that I'm not getting in my own way and building my own mentality instead of just allowing it to be built.
And it's a great song. Highs and lows, great hook.
Batman, Master of the Fantastic.
Yeah, remember these guys?
They missed an opportunity.
Minimal freaking McDonald's. Like a damn package of. You think this is orange juice?
I'm muted. I remember this time. You ain't catch me off guard. Yo, check it out. It's the end of the week, y'all. It's Thursday. It's right before the end of the week. That means it's the final show on the B-Line Entertainment LLC. First off, I'm gonna start the show by saying this, yo. Thank you guys for watching, for supporting, for following all this time, sharing, and doing everything that you've done for whoever is doing it. I really appreciate it, man. I love doing this. I've been loving doing this for 6 years. And it doesn't look like there's an end in sight, man. I mean, you know, there's been a couple of close calls where I was like, oh, man, I think I'm done. But nah, I'm still here, man. So if I'm still here, that means you need to be here on Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. We got the B-Line Web Show, bro. We talking about a lot of different stuff. We got some guests sometimes, and we just kind of shoot the breeze, man. Talk about things that are going on in life and, you know, things you want to see, things you don't want to see, you know, stuff like that. Real news, shit, everything. Do that over there. But then on Wednesday nights, we got straight through the ropes. If you're a wrestling fan, Wrestle Talk with the STR Nation, bro. We in the building. We talking all things from pro wrestling, WWE heavy, AEW, New Japan. We talking a little bit of everything, bro. We talk about stuff that's going on social media with wrestling. We talk a little bit of everything with wrestling. But if you're here tonight, you got the B-Line Entertainment Show, baby. This show transitioned. If you guys don't know, for people who were watching, you know, way before, this show used to be, people used to come on and show off. Remember that? That you know, I used to have guests on and they would sing or they would rap, or I had a guy come on and cook before. And literally, bro, it was a lot of fun. But one of the things I started noticing was I wasn't able to talk about as much stuff that I wanted to talk about, as far as like the world of entertainment, watching different movies and playing different games and things like that. So now we got the watch list, and me and Kyle talk about a whole bunch of really interesting stuff. Oh, that's right. You forgot. I'm not by myself. I got my co-host, Mr. Kyle. Eric, what up, Kyle? Kyle, you muted. Oh, they got you, Kyle. They got the mute button on. You got the mute button on. Yeah, I think you're muted, bro. Oh, I can unmute you. Let me unmute you.
2, 3. Okay. All right. All right. What's going on? What's going on, Brian?
What up, bro? It's Thursday, man. Time for the ENT show. Love this show, man.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Thursday. Bro, listen. Yeah. Let's kick shit off right away, right? Let's kick shit off right away. All right. Hey, I told you guys, make sure that you go ahead and, you know, like and share. Hit up YouTube. I'll play it again just in case I didn't. Make sure you go to YouTube and please like and share and subscribe to the channel. Go down into the into the info that's on the bottom here in the show description, and follow my man Kyle Eric. He's the host of A for Able podcast as well. So go ahead and go follow him. All his information there. Just click that button, then click another button. It's not even hard. It's like 2 seconds, bro. Just subscribe and then check it out. Watch a couple of episodes. You ain't doing what you doing, bro. You sitting around, ain't doing nothing, eating bad. You know, just go do something good for you, bro. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. But also, man, like I was saying, like we're gonna kick the show off. We have a really fun show right here. So I hope you guys are watching. please feel free to jump into the comments and answer some of these questions or talk about some of the interesting things we're talking about. Did you know? Did you know? That's going to be one of the topics tonight. Did you know? And we're going to get to know a little bit more about me and Kyle tonight, about some of the questions that we're talking about, some of the topics that we're talking about. But Kyle, it's Thursday. Mm-hmm. What's one of the best things about Thursday besides the B-Line Entertainment Show, bro? What's something that you like about Thursday? You ever think about that? Like Thursday is such a black sheep of the week. It's like it's right next to the best day, or right next to the middle. It's like, what's the best thing about Thursday?
the middle. We got Wednesday. They call that Hump Day. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you get through the hump, or other stuff. Yeah, Thursday for the past, I don't know when this started, but Thursday for me is Throwback Thursday.
Throwback. Okay.
Throwback Thursday. Like you go on social media and people are sharing like old pictures or old posts about themselves. Like, okay, this is pretty, like some of the stuff is very, is very interesting. And of course, I'm still on Facebook. I'm still on the what some people will call the old folks' home of social media.
Old folks.
You know what I'm saying?
We're old.
And look, if MySpace was still a thing, we'd be really old. Okay, we'd be ancient. We'd be legacies. You feel me? So but I love throwback. I love Throwback Thursdays, but also like that's when some of my shows come back. So
okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. TV is definitely a big thing on Thursdays, bro. I remember back in the day, I was talking about it on the wrestling show, but I remember, wrestling SmackDown, WWF SmackDown, when it first started, it was on UPN 9 in New Jersey up north.
UPN, wow.
UPN, you remember UPN 9? I
remember UPN. My cousin used to call that the Underpaid Negroes Network.
Listen, bro. UPN was one of the first stations that you always had all of the old school black sitcoms. You had Moesha, you had One-on-One, Partner, Sister, Half and Half, Girlfriends. That started on what's it called? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's true. Yeah, definitely did have a lot of the black culture on there. The Hughleys came on. Believe it or not, the Hughleys was on ABC.
That was on ABC first.
Yeah. ABC is a big network too.
ABC. That was on ABC first. That was on when Boy Meets World was still coming on.
Damn, no, it wasn't. Was it for real?
Like for real. Boy Meets World ended somewhere in what was it? 99,
2001. Yeah, I think 2001. When the hell did Boy Meets World end? Yeah, I think it was 2001. But you forget about that stuff, man. Like, those shows, you classify as like 90s shows. I was thinking about it the other day because I saw they had played the Boy Meets World intro. Yeah. And I remember when Boy Meets World wasn't even a part of TGIF on Friday nights. That's where it was introduced. Yeah. It was actually the last slot because it was like Family Matters,
Step by Step.
It was Full House. And then it was I think Boy Meets World came on right after that. And then it kind of moved up into the light when it started getting more popular because Sabrina the Teenage Witch was there at the beginning. The beginning that I remember was Family Matters and Perfect Strangers. That was Strangers. If you remember Balky and the Perfect Strangers back in the 90s.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper was another big one that was on TGIF. Damn, bro, you forget about those classic shows, man.
Yeah, and you think about you think you know what I miss, bro? You know what I miss? I miss intros. I miss those intro songs, bro. They don't have those anymore. Everything's shortened. You have a little prologue at the beginning.
Yeah, you're right. I think we talked about that too not that long ago. I think we were talking about on the 80s episode where you had the classic intros that kind of just like engaged you into the show even more. Yeah. I saw this back and forth where I want to try this too on the show. We're not going to do it this time, but where a guy, you see those clips where the guys are talking to people in public and they're like, hey, we're going to find out what's the best, black TV show of all time. And you have the Fresh Prince versus Living Single. And you got to pick which one you like the best. And then it'll be that one. Okay. Yeah. Living Single versus Martin. Okay. Martin versus this. Okay. Martin versus that. That shit is fun, man.
Oh, I love that because a lot of them I agree with them on. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I like when they do the also the other one too. We just do it with the cartoon showdown where it's like, name 5 characters with that start with the letter A and shit like that or whatever, and it make you think like in 30 seconds or whatever. I love stuff like that rattles your brain, and it also like makes you think. It's just it's fun and it's anticipating. So it's like you're watching it and you're engaged with it or whatever. But yeah, I mean Thursday is a TV night. Thursday was always a TV night in my house. Nothing else really goes down on Thursdays. I mean, Thursday is kind of like you're just getting ready for Friday. Like
You're getting ready. You're getting ready for Friday. You're getting ready for the weekend.
That's right. You're ready to solve all your problems and everything. But Kyle, man, we're gonna do a quick like little roundup of a watch list. Like anything new stuff you've been watching this week or anything you kind of caught. What's something? Let's put it like this.
Yeah.
Since last Thursday, what's something? Give us one thing that happened to you. New, fresh, something that hasn't really happened to you before. I don't give a fuck what it is. You bought a new pair of socks. Like, give me one thing that happened to you this week that never happened to you before.
Okay, so one thing that happened to me this week that hasn't happened to me this week that hasn't happened to me before.
This week, the week from Thursday to Thursday.
From Thursday to Thursday that hasn't happened to me before. Honestly, I can't think of anything that hasn't happened to me this week before. If you tell me, if you asked me last week, it would be like somebody asked me to volunteer for something.
Somebody asked you to volunteer for what?
Somebody asked me to volunteer for something that their organization is putting together.
Okay.
Yeah, what we call a family friend. She's an autism rights advocate and a host and a photographer and a multitude of other things aside being a mom of a great kid who happens to be autistic. She saw me at a we've been acquainted for a while, and she saw me at a coffee and tea fest I was at last week, right?
Okay.
And she's like, "Hey, I meant to ask you to volunteer for this thing." I'm like, "Oh, okay, wasn't expecting that." We just ran into each other, and all of a sudden, I'm volunteering for something.
Hey, listen, that's awesome, and that's awesome. That's one of the things. It's also when things just kind of work out, especially when like unexpected stuff happens, and like you are, maybe you're planning, or maybe you don't have any plans, and you're thinking about, oh man, this sucks, or whatever. One big eye-opening thing that I saw maybe an hour before I got on the show today.
What's that?
The girl. I know y'all know her because she actually made a lot of noise, yo. And this is also a pretty what is it? What the hell is it called? What's the shit that gives you all like, oh man, this could happen to me, this could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
The girl who did the Dr. Pepper song. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, but she did a TikTok, yo. And I guess recently she moved. Nobody knows how much money she got paid to literally, bro, listen, do a fucking video on TikTok and get paid out the wahoo. To do a video that took 40 seconds, Kyle.
40 seconds. She just wanted to share it. And next thing you know, it gets remixed and she's like, oh my God. Like that was
insane. Insane.
And I saw people trying to repeat what happened to like, hey, if she wants to do a Dr. Pepper one, I got one for Sprite. I got one for cherry Coke. I got one for all like, people were trying to repeat.
This is a good ass conversation, actually, yo. This is a good ass conversation. Listen, the whole phrase, lightning doesn't strike twice. It's a very good phrase. It's a very memorable phrase. It's not always true, but for the most part, it's a pretty good phrase to kind of reference. Now, the thing that is crazy, yo, is the jingle ain't that good.
It's simple. It's just simple.
Listen, it's simple, but it's also just what it is. It's not the fact that she had an orchestra behind her. It's not the fact she was in a bikini. It's not the fact that she studied and researched and did all of this stuff to make this be one of the best things edited and did this or whatever. You know what it was? she was in the right place at the right time, and she did it, and people saw it, and people liked it, and that's all it took to change her life. When you think about that, bro, especially at any point of your life, and this was the video that she came out and she was saying basically like, you know, because she moved, she had a whole nice ass house, but she was basically just kind of you know, regathering, like, you know, how her life has been. Like, she was living this, she was like, you know, in a bad situation, money was always tight, she had a whole bunch of roommates and blah blah blah, and the next thing you know, she sings a little song, she posts it, it does something that she couldn't have imagined that it was going to do.
Nothing planned, just 100%, just on the camera, and then just sings whatever came to mind, and
just did something. Yeah, just did something.
And big ups to her. You know?
Yeah, man. Very, very. It's very. What the hell is the word I'm looking for? Like, not motivational, but what's the word? Like, inspirational. There you go. It's very inspiring. That's what I was looking for. Like, it's a very inspiring video, man. It's like you just said it. Like, you just said, like, names. I said, name something that happened to you in this week. Name something. It's like a positive thought that you just had to like figure out or whatever. Like you said, hey, I don't really know too much, but last week, actually, somebody just bumped into me and gave me an opportunity. Just gave you an opportunity. So you saying you just walking, wasn't even thinking about nothing, and then bam, all of a sudden somebody just opened the door for you. Hey, check this out.
I just said hi, you know, because we hadn't seen each other in a while. I just said hi, and she's like, "Oh, I've been meaning to get in touch with you because we got this thing coming up." And I'm like, "Okay," you know.
It's crazy that people forget that is the world we still live in. Even though there's drama, even though there's problems, even though there's bullshit going on, at the end of the day, the reason why these times are like no other is because you could be sitting in your drawers making money. You could be sitting in your drawers, and I'm talking about, and I'm not just talking about singing a jingle on TikTok. I'm talking about, me in general. I wake up in the morning, I come downstairs in my house where I live, where I'm comfortable, and I come downstairs and I press a button, and I sit down and I'm making fucking money. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to do anything. And I'm working. I'm a part of a company that's moving pieces and doing my part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a piece of the machine. But I don't have to invest all my outside energy, and you know, I don't have to get off of work and still got to sit in traffic and waste extra time that I'm not even getting paid for. It's crazy, bro. When you acknowledge, like, there's still good. There's a lot of bad to focus on. It's a lot of shit to pay attention to, for sure. But you need to sit down and ask yourself, man, what happened? What happened this week? I know some good shit happened this week. And I saw that video, and I was just like, you know what happened for me? I did all 3 shows last week.
Yes, you did.
I did all 3 shows. I woke up. You was on it with me. I was, before I did that, I was saying like, hey, listen, I'm going to Jersey in June. I really need this refresher for being home. I haven't been home in so long. I need to just see familiar. I need to just see this. I'm turning 40. I don't know if I'm going through a midlife crisis. I don't know what the fuck I got going on. But it's like, I'm just like, I need this. And I thought to myself, like, man, I got a lot of shit I'm thinking about and paying attention to. And it's nothing that I feel like people want to see or hear. And then it's like, I was like, at the same time, having all of those thoughts for no reason at all. It was nothing that inspired me. It was nothing. I just said, nah, fuck that. I'm going to do my show. And I got on, and last week and this week, every single show, 3 shows, fucking more than that. Cause I did a extra show. I did Dre's show. I did so even more than that. So the inspiring stuff, man, is important. It's important. It's important for the recognition. Like, you have to be able to understand that. Don't get lost and wallow in your problems and in your drama. Like, tomorrow you can wake up and stub your toe and have to go to the hospital and lay in a bed next to a millionaire who saw you and was like, hey, I stubbed my toe. Now we're best friends, and your life just changed forever out of nowhere.
I've been watching a lot of short dramas recently,
Okay.
and a lot of them start out like that. Like they, especially if you're an anime head, you've probably seen, you've probably seen things like this happen. Main character is either he or she is a shut-in or unpopular, or they got fired from their job, or
Okay.
they're just a regular Joe Schmo out on a delivery one day, and the next thing you know, they end up, you know, saving somebody's life. Like you push somebody out of a moving car, you got hit instead, but life decided
Yeah.
to give you, like it tried to it's just decided to give you another chance at life, and then you got a prize, and that person that you saved ended up being the love of your life. It's like, okay, you see where
Classic storybook shit.
yeah, exactly. You see where all of this stuff is. You see where all this stuff is going. Or you're the geek in school, and you get no love. You're getting teased all the time or whatever. But you have a skill that nobody else has. Like, oh, this person's good at trash, and he's good at random facts. But then you find people in that circle, and they're like, okay, what is this worth to you? What is this information, or this piece of trash, or this rock? What is this worth? What is this worth to you? Next thing you know, you end up becoming big man on campus. And
that's right. Yeah.
Or
Spider-Man or some shit.
Or Spider-Man, and it's always something like that. Like, yeah, these are very predictable stories, but some of this stuff could actually happen, like in real life. Besides the fantastical stuff, some of the stuff could actually happen.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, just a nice bit to start the show and just kind of kick it off as far as, and I think I'm gonna do that from now on. Just like, let's introduce, like, what's something that happened this week. Like it's probably something good for us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we talk every week, and I would love the comments to like dig in, like, give us, hey, I got a promotion. Hey, my wife cheated on me. Hey, let's talk. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna do that on all the shows. And just introduce that, like, what happened? What happened? What happened that from Wednesday to Wednesday, from Thursday to Thursday, and then see what we talk about. But listen, guys, check this out. We're gonna be talking about some stuff tonight. Here's the very first thing that we're gonna talk about tonight. You ready, Kyle?
Yep. Let's go.
Got a question for you. It's a question that you probably never thought to think about. Let's see how you feel about it, though. What's the most important room in your house?
The bathroom.
Think about it. Think about it. Because I'm gonna make it challenging. It ain't gonna be the bathroom. I want to think about it. What would you say if you had to think about it? Or maybe you already know. Maybe you're like, man, I've been thought about this shit. What's the most important room you would say in your house?
Thinking about it honestly, my living room.
Okay. Why would you say the living room is the most important?
Because the living room has the most creative energy in my house.
Okay.
I've noticed a lot of great things happen just on my couch. Like, for example, this is where I'm doing this show from. Right? This is where a lot of my recordings and stuff happen on this couch.
Since I've known you,
with my friends, laughing like crazy, coming up with these ideas. This little piece of this little piece of a building right here in my unit is the most creative space that I can think of, because so much has happened, so much positive energy, so much laughter. Last night I was watching the movie with Babe, and we were just laughing over some 90s cheese. I'll tell you what the movie was in a second. You'll probably go, oh yeah, I remember
90s
that.
cheese.
90s cheese. It was a nice cheesy, not a rom-com. I'm gonna just say that because most people that know me, they know I'm a sap. But this was some 90s, some 90s cheese, man. And she loved it. She actually enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting her to enjoy it like she did, but she has a soft spot for it now.
Okay. What's the movie?
Surf Ninjas.
Oh, listen, bro. Surf Ninjas is the fucking movie. You gonna make people think that it's corny or something. Surf Ninjas got my boy Ernie Reyes, Leslie Nielsen. Surf Ninjas is jacked, bro. Rob Schneider. Tone Loc.
Rob Schneider looking like
Rob Schneider.
You
That was Rob Schneider's first movie, I think. Well, at
he
least
was
one
like
of his
the
first
oldest
movies.
one in the. I swear, like he. This is when they had older people still playing teenagers, and you could tell.
Especially in like Saved by the Bell and Buffy and all that stuff. Whatever motherfuckers was like 40 years old playing 16-year-olds. I think about stuff like that all the time when I be watching movies and stuff like that or whatever. And you see like the characters, and you're like, damn, these people are all, in their 20s. And then you go and look and you get that stuck in your head, because when you get out of school, you don't see people in school a lot unless you have kids, really, or you or live right next to school or something. But that was one of the craziest like realizations I had when I was delivering ice cream, because I used to deliver ice cream to different college campuses, and I went up to the college in Tennessee. I don't even know what it's called, but
you've had a lot of interesting jobs, haven't you,
bro? You know what's crazy, and you wouldn't think it either. Like, you wouldn't think like something like that would be interesting, but yeah, you go around and you deliver to a whole. You don't just deliver to Walgreens or deliver to Family Dollars. But every now and then I would go to like the aquarium. I went to the back of the aquarium and delivered the ice cream for them to give out at the snack bars and stuff. So in the back, I saw them cleaning the penguins and shit. And so it's like, yeah, it was interesting. But one thing I noticed when I was at the college campus is you see the kids coming in to buy their snacks and stuff like that from the store. It was a Subway in there. And you see just how young they are, bro. And it's like you think that they're these grown-ass women and stuff like that you see in the movies, but they're really just like young kids, man. Yep. And it's weird when you start thinking about like, the porn and stuff like that or whatever. It's like college co-eds. And you got like weird-ass like idea like, oh, these are grown women. And then you go and see like actual college kids, and they're in sweatpants, and they don't give a shit. Their hair's barely done. And they're just trying to get their, grades or whatever. Yeah, that's all I ever saw. I didn't see the hot babes that are all in the movies and in the frat house parties. It was just people who was just like, they look, most of them just look like they just woke up and just
that's it. You saw people in like a natural habitat. Nothing was right. It wasn't. There was nothing pre-planned. Yep. There was nothing theatrical about it. Nobody was. I'm pretty sure there's some people with with makeup and whatever. But for the most part, you saw just people just being people.
That's right.
It's funny. It's funny because they say that millennials are aging like we seem to be aging slower than other generations, including some Gen X. We don't look our age. You know what I'm saying? But we don't look our age, and people wonder like, wait a minute, didn't y'all go through 2 recessions, 9/11, all that, like Columbine, all that stuff, and like but and then somebody put it into perspective. They're like, yeah, we went through all that, but we still went outside. We went outside. We played. We got hurt. We touched grass. All that all that stuff. We weren't behind screens.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff, and we gained a lot of experience. We gained a lot of XP, or whatever, like video games. But what's your favorite room in the house? All right, you say your living room. I get the living room. The living room is definitely an important, especially if you got a big family. The living room is always the spot where you come in together. And hopefully you got like either a nice TV in there. I never got the people who have a living room and then they put all furniture and stuff in it and then they close it off. And then nobody's allowed. They got a damn rope like that.
Nobody's allowed unless you got like guests coming over, right?
Yeah, So I remember I saw a couple of living rooms like that where literally the room is all made. It's got a nice couch. It's got a nice coffee table and pictures and stuff. But then you don't sit in it. You don't use it. You use the den. And you have a den in the back with the TV, and that's where the family hangs out a little bit. I'm like, what kind of world is this?
That's that room that nobody's allowed to go into. It looks like the nicest room in the house, but you ain't allowed to step foot in there.
I'm trying to tell you, it's weird, man. I can't have a house where I have sections that are just closed off to me. Like, what the hell is the point of having it? I get it because it looks nice, but I don't know. There's certain things I can agree with where it's like, okay, I get this is for show. I get this is for for imaging or whatever. People who are collectors, people who get toys and stuff like that, and they don't open the packaging and they keep them in nice mint condition, or comic books or cards. But it's like when you get certain things, I'm just like a living room. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna sit in this living room, bro. Okay, just get the fuck out of the way and just leave me alone. But I'm gonna do it.
When I first moved out here, like when I first moved in, first moved in my apartment, and I noticed that they had this big plush area rug. I started saying to people, "Hey, just take your shoes off. That's all I ask." Right? But then occasionally, I would be like, you know what? It don't matter as long as because I vacuum and stuff. It just be cautious. That's that's it. But even my parents will take their shoes off when they come visit me. That is because they know this is Kyle's place, right?
Yeah, I respect that shit, bro. I didn't used to like that when I didn't used to like it because I didn't want to take my shoes off. Your feet stink, and your feet sweat. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So you walking around. But when I did when I did the cable job and stuff like that, or the phone job, you're in and out of people's houses and stuff. Constantly. So it's like there's a lot of people's houses. I really understand. My wife really made me understand, like the idea of you go out, bro. And when you think about it, it almost changed your perspective. Like when you really think about it, you go outside and you walk around all day. You go outside, you walk around, and you literally step in anything and everything. People think like, oh, I don't got dog shit on my shoes or nothing. Nah, maybe not dog shit, but you got spit, you got dirt, you got old food, rotten food, dirty bugs, blood.
You've been sweating. Like our skins flaking off. It could be anything.
Anything. You got tracking around the house all day. Then you go home and you walk on your carpet with your shoes on. You walk on your hardwood floor with your shoes on. So now everything that you just pressed down, your whole body weight, imprinted, just left a trail of nasty shit going into your house, whatever. Then you go take your shoes off. Now you walk with your bare feet after you took a shower. Track that all everything, get in your bed. Now your bed's got all the germs. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
It's for real. Like there's been a couple of times where I've looked at where what I've tracked in, and because I live by myself, I don't always think about it like right away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then I'll look at the front entrance to my apartment. I'm like, there's a trail of dirt. Is that mine?
Is that my shoes?
Like, is that coming from me? This is how no. You know how long it took me to figure out that dust, like a good chunk of dust, like most of it comes from dead skin. So it's like, oh, hold up. That's me.
Yeah, you just died in there.
So
fucking whole body, like in my house, shit. Like I hate dusting. My whole 17 of me are in here right now.
Like the reason why my place is so dusty is not just because the window's open and it's out, and outside and the breeze is blowing through it. No, it's my skin literally flaking.
That's creepy as hell, bro. Yeah, this is craziness. But if I had to pick my favorite room in my house,
what's your favorite room?
Damn, what was my favorite room? The living room is a good one. I love being in my living room. I got a nice big TV, a nice surround sound system, and there's nothing more that I like, especially when I need to chill. I know I've said this before. Is I'll put on a movie and I'll kick everybody out. Everybody get the hell out of here. Go upstairs. Go do whatever you're doing. But I want to say the bedroom because there's nothing like the end of the day. Yeah. When you take your shower, you should always take a nice shower, unless you clean early or whatever. But take a nice shower, bro. Get nice and fresh and clean, and then get in your bed, bro. For me, with the TV on, I always have like an old show on or something like that. Supermarket Sweep, Seinfeld, Ninja Turtles. Like I always got an old show on that's just playing, and I'm on my phone. But I get in that bed and I lay down and I look up at the ceiling and I look over at the TV and then my wife's there holding the baby. And I'm just like, yeah. It's like at that point, you always notice, like, I made it. I made it through this day. Yeah. I paid my bills. Even if I'm late with my payment or whatever, I still got a house to live in. And at that point, that's where I always remember it. Like when I'm climbing into bed at night, You made it through the day successfully. Everybody came back home,
Safe.
you know what I'm saying? And like it all rushes to your head at that point. Like my night is over. I did my shows, I worked, I made my money, and then you can just comfortably recollect and just and relax. You feel me? No, other times it can be rough and stuff like that, whatever. But when you hit that bed and it's your bed and you're there and it's done and it's 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night, it's success. I mean, it's success in the most beautiful way.
Beautiful.
But I would have to say my favorite room, my fat ass favorite room, is the kitchen, bro. No doubt. The kitchen.
As soon as you called yourself fat, I was like, wait a minute, is he about to go there?
Yes. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Listen, the kitchen, and this is the thing, yo. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure most people would. I think a lot of people would give this answer. The kitchen, especially with the big family, it's something about the man or like the dad. I feel like, especially the dad who's taking the leader role, trying like his hardest to have his family safe and have his family protected and always good and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
When there's not, and I'm not talking about none. Like of course there's none. I'm not just talking about I got bread and I got cheese and I got milk and then the cabinets are bare or they got dust rolling out of them and shit like that or whatever. I'm talking about you can have a legit amount of food, right?
Yeah.
But if there's any holes in them cabinets, fuck that. I gotta go shopping. I have to shop. We're about to starve. It's a wrap. That's how I am. Yo, like knowing that I have a big family, bro. Like if I open that deep freezer and I don't see at least a couple of packs of meat or something that's up in there that I'm like, wait a minute, yo. There's only 1 pack of hamburgers left. Fuck that. Go shopping. But fuck rent, bro. Take the rent money and pay. I'd rather live in the car have a fucking full refrigerator, a full cabinet. It's a weird survival thing, bro. Like I don't want to see my family over here fucking yo. Listen, it's one thing when you gotta struggle meal it.
Yeah,
but watching y'all
that was gonna be a question of mine because we I didn't grow up rich, you didn't grow up with rich, you knew what it was you knew what it was like to live on struggle meals, so you just don't want to go back to that again. Hell
no, and it's like it's weird, bro, because like you said, like I grew up with the struggle meals, like you know what I'm saying, like and who the fuck don't, right? You know what I'm saying, like some people are rich, but that's a minority. But it's like. Facts. You grew up eating the peanut butter and jelly and shit like that. Some people call spaghetti a struggle, which is fucking crazy. But you grow up
SpaghettiOs.
Chef Boyardee, baby. But it's like
Chef Boyardee.
Not no damn. I'm buying ground beef and taking the sauce and making it. Nah, you crazy. That's a meal right there.
No, you know what? What do we? Yeah, we did do a. If anybody backtracks and goes into the archives of our shows, we did do top 5 struggle meals once.
We did. We definitely did. I need to get these top 5s in the it's hard to catch them when I'm doing the clips. Yeah. But I need to get these top 5s. I need to start throwing them in the Opus and having some of the top 5s. And also our top 5s are usually really long. Yeah. So it's like it's difficult to catch them all. But yeah, we got some really good top 5s.
We got some really good ones, yeah.
Really good ones in there. We're not gonna have a top 5 tonight because this is all kind of going to be encompassing kind of top 5 topics. But But yeah, I would say the kitchen, man. It's important for me to have like a nice house that's full of food, bro. I want to make sure, and not just it's one of the suckiest things too, bro. When you get a house and you shop and like we cook, like we definitely cook in the house because we don't like to eat out because it costs a lot of money to eat out. But we still go out every now and then. But it's like when you buy food, you get the food that. Okay, we're gonna make meatloaf. Okay, we're gonna make spaghetti. Okay, we're gonna make chicken and rice. We're gonna make whatever meals you make. A chicken Alfredo or all the good shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it takes time to make that shit. It takes ingredients. You gotta boil water. You gotta chop shit up. You gotta make dishes. You gotta clean up afterward. So 9 times out of 10, you want to make sure that you're going to go get stuff that you can cook and have great meals.
Yeah.
And then stuff that you don't have to do, especially when you got a lot of people, bro. You want to get the easy shit, like the Kraft mac and cheese and the stuff like that. And even though it's not good for you, it's like the convenience is like, you worked all day. Maybe this Thursday, I do this show. I didn't do Dre's show, the Beyond 11:30 show, which definitely, guys, go check out if you are watching right now. Thursday nights at 8:00, right before the entertainment show. But I do that show, and then I do our show. And we get out of here like, mostly usually like 10:30.
Yep.
So it's like, it's hard to do all of that, get off of work at 5:30. I have my son, my wife she does Zumba classes now. She's been doing that for like 3 weeks.
All right.
And she doesn't get back home until like 9:00. So what the fuck I look like? Oh, let me go and start cooking and making. Nah, bro, I want something easy. I want the kids to be like, yo, there's some, some frozen burritos up in there. There's, a bunch of different things. I'm not cooking tonight, so go ahead and make that happen or whatever. And it's easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
out in the kitchen, man.
I had myself some. Okay, so once again, I live by myself. And I don't really know how to cook like that. Few things, like I can cook pasta, I can cook spaghetti, stuff like that. But like I've been eating like stuff like I like soup. I like a good soup on some days. I like I like to stay. I like to stay healthy-ish because I know the frozen stuff ain't great, but it tastes good. You know what I mean? Earlier today, I had a Jamaican patty and some dumplings.
Bro, and Jamaican patty,
spicy Jamaican patty with some dumplings. I was good because I knew I was getting ready. I was getting ready for the show. I had to shower. I had just gotten a haircut, so I wanted to wash and everything, right? And I was like, okay, let me just chill and make myself some, a Jamaican patty with some, it was some vegetable dumplings, and those hit, Yeah. So I was good. I was good.
Yeah, I definitely. Listen, bro. I feel it all the way. It's just something about the kitchen, man. It's like, and I also like to cook, and I think it's also like getting older because I've always liked to eat, but it's just like it's more of a joke. Like, oh yeah, the fat guy likes the kitchen. But who the fuck don't like the kitchen? Like, be honest. Like, right? Yeah, I definitely like the kitchen, but it's like I like to cook, man. I like to throw down in the kitchen, bro. I like to, make stuff taste good. It's eventful. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife, she's starting to she's really starting to learn how to bake. She's been doing this thing for the last 2 months where she makes yeast. Like she's been making her own yeast to make bread, and she makes these dinner rolls, and she made lemon squares the other day, and I'm just like, man, this is fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's going to Zumba, and I'm trying to get back on because I fell off. I was doing really, really good with my shit, or whatever, but I've been falling off. But I'm trying to get back into my routine and everything. But it's just like, it's just something, bro. It's like an easy thing to kind of get into, and I can see why people you get married, you get comfortable, you're not in the dating scene, you don't have to worry about certain things, you love each other, and then it's just like you start to kind of let go a little bit and you enjoy the small things in life, bro. You don't have to keep chasing, but it's also unhealthy, so you have to pay attention. But it's definitely got to be a balance. Everything's got to be a balance. But that was a good question. Damn, we one question. We spent a whole bunch of time on. That's why I like this. I do like stuff like this, man. Yep. Because it's engaging and it gives you conversation to talk about. And I want to start doing more of this stuff with shows. We're gonna have even more conversations about different things. And now that I say I can use this WordPad like this is fucking awesome. So
there you go.
Let's check it out, yo. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. It's gonna be something good, yo. Let's see. I had one that I was gonna do. I don't know if I want to do that one right now. Let's see if we can do something. These are so common. All right, here's a good one. Let's try this one. All right, this for y'all at home too. So y'all jump in the comments, yo. Tell me what y'all think. If you had to give up your phone or your TV, this is actually a pretty good one. If you had to give up your phone or your television, which one would you say goes?
I've thought about this one already. Phone.
You give up the phone. Easily.
I have. Yes. Okay. To be honest,
talk about it.
I'm gonna be 100%. The phone is an addiction. Okay, and I've like I just saw a couple TV episodes where they tried to give up their phone and like I was watching you ever watched Abbott Elementary?
You know what? That's a good watch list one because I
Yeah.
tried to get into that show. I
Yeah.
don't know, bro. I just couldn't fucking do it.
I personally
I
love
watched
it.
the whole first season,
Yep.
and I don't know, bro. I just couldn't. I think it was the characters. I really didn't like the characters. Like,
Okay, that's fair.
yeah, I don't know. I wasn't into it. What about it though?
I really think okay. So recently I was catching up on the latest season, right? And
Yeah.
they did an episode where the district, their entire school district, was participating in this no phones challenge, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so their entire district was participating in this no phones challenge, and they said that they would get like a pizza party or something at the end of like at the end of the week. The Now the kids, they got acclimated pretty quickly and they were okay with it. The adults though, they were all concerned about and it was, and for the most part it was real stuff. Like one of the teachers was worried about like their daughter's about to have their first baby. They wanted to get that notification. They were waiting for that notification. One person trying to pay their rent that's 3 days overdue, and they're like, I pay over an app, right? Like I pay over an app. Another one does ride share at night, so they're trying to get all their their stuff in order before they go out for their second job, and all of that was through their phones. But it was basically telling you about like phone dependency, because now because we remember the time before phones were so readily available, not every and it didn't have all the bells and whistles and stuff. If I could go back to just a flip phone, I would. But if I could go back to just a flip phone with limited internet access, and I didn't have to worry so much because the phone and the short content and everything gets you anxious. So it
really does.
So that's why I got to say phone. If I said TV, I'd shock myself because I've always been a TV guy.
So have I, and see, this question is interesting because one of these devices, if it does go away, you're losing a whole thing. Mm-hmm. But the other one, if it goes away, you still have all of it basically because your phone does everything. Yep. So it's like, this would have been a better question, like you said, Kyle. Like this would have been a better question if it was the 90s, like where you had this distinguished. This is the television where I watch the stuff that I want to watch, whether it be cable, whether it be videos, whatever. And this is the device where I connect and I communicate with the world when I'm home, not when I'm outside.
Right.
There's two giant different parties there.
Yep.
But now your phone is every device in your house, man.
Besides, all in one.
Besides your I mean, even if it even feeds you, if you got DoorDash and all that shit. So
exactly.
It's a weird thing, if you think about the concept. But let's play the role though. Let's play the role.
Yep.
One of the things that I noticed when I was, less fortunate and coming up in the time struggling hard by myself when I didn't have anybody, there was a night, and luckily for me, like I wasn't sleeping outside or anything like that, but there was a couple times, we lost power. I went like 2 weeks one time because my power bill was high. I couldn't pay it. I was working 2 jobs, shitty ass jobs, and my lights were out for a fucking I think it was like 2 weeks, until my mom's helped me and she paid it for me. But in that time, I didn't have any TV, I didn't have nothing, so I'd go home to a dark ass house, use my phone as my thing or whatever. But I always had my phone. I charged my phone, have a little phone charger with me or whatever, and I'd be able to watch my phone, or I'd listen to my phone. I listen to Pandora comedy stuff on my phone or whatever. So my phone still gave me everything I needed as far as entertainment. But the one thing that I did miss was my television. Like you said, I like having, we were talking about it last on the web show about I'll come home and I don't give a fuck where I am. Even when I was cleaning earlier, I was cleaning in my bathroom earlier. I can't even see the fucking television. But I just put it on. I put it on, and I have to put on something that I want to watch. I'm not just gonna put it on and just walk away like a psychopath. So I was like, I went and I turned the TV on and just had to have it on just so I heard it. And either I hear whatever they're talking about and I can recollect the memory, I hear what they're talking about and it's entertaining me while I'm cleaning. I love that engagement, bro. Even with people home, I do it. So it's just like not having a TV and just having just my phone. You get tired of looking at your fucking phone sometimes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you ever get them times where it's like, yeah, I know I could watch a movie on this right now. I know I could do this, but I'm just kind of tired of looking at this shit. I'm tired of the small screen. I'm tired of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been on TikTok. I've been on Facebook. I've been on Twitter. I've been this, been that.
YouTube, and just
now I'm watching videos.
That's it. You're just mindlessly. You're mindlessly scrolling. It's all of that, and it's self-aware that you're doing this, right?
Yeah.
Like there's been times where I've been scrolling, paying attention but after a while, it's like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours go by. I'm like, what? Wait a minute, I'm still on my phone. The heck?
For real?
You
For
know?
real.
I gotta
do it every night.
It's a test of will to like me and Babe will talk from like 10 o'clock till like 1 o'clock in the morning or even later sometimes, and I'll still go on my phone afterwards.
And still do shit. Yeah, me too, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'll still go on my phone, watch a video I've seen 100 times. You know what I'm saying? And that's and sometimes that's to go to sleep. Other times I have no problem going to sleep, but there are times where I just need that like something to slow me down to go to sleep. You know?
Yeah, I always need that. I always need that shit. But yeah, man. So I think I would give up my phone, yo. Just similar to the reason that you would do it. Like I think that it would be better to give up my phone. I think it would be more engaging for me because I would feel like I'm taking the easy way out. If I'm like, okay, take my phone, I can still watch. I would take my TV, I can still watch my phone. But it's like, then I feel like if I just had that and then I never had TVs again and it was just my phone and it brought me all sorts of entertainment, I would get so tired of that shit that I probably would watch nothing. So maybe it would be even better for me just to not have the phone, because if you really are true to this question, you're gonna just stick up with it and like, okay, I lost TV, not one TV in your house. I'm talking about you can't watch TV nowhere. Don't go to Walmart TV section. You can never watch fucking TV again. That's how you have to take these questions. Man, like, TV doesn't exist. TVs are invisible. Everything that looks like a TV is invisible to your life for the rest of your life.
I used to dread that. Now, grant like only mostly because I've told this story before. My mother did not want my sister and I watching TV on the weekdays. She would make exceptions for like shows we would watch as a family, like on like UPN or WB or whatever. We would all watch that as a family. But then when that show's over, bedtime. No TV, no nothing, like no music, no nothing. Bedtime, right? But then when I got a little older, she became a little more lenient with the rule until my grades started to slip again. So, but I dreaded not having TV because I was not allowed to watch it when my friends were able to watch new episode of, say, The Simpsons or new Power Ranger episode, because Power Rangers used to be brand new on a weekly basis, right? And I'd have to wait till Saturday to catch up. You know what I mean?
So how did you catch up? Because Power Rangers came on the weekday.
Yeah,
like weekday, after you got out of school.
Yeah, weekday, and then the weekend. Here's what I did. I would kids. Yeah,
gotta remember.
Gather around. Okay.
Catch up wasn't go to Netflix and watch them. No.
Before the days of Netflix, before the days of YouTube, before the days of DVR, we had VHS, and we would record. Like my family had, they gave me a blank tape, and they would have me in. They were like, okay, set your shows to record on this tape, and I would watch it on Friday, right? From Monday to Friday, it would be recording my shows, whether it was Nickelodeon. It was mostly Fox stuff. So a lot of Power, it's like a lot of Power Rangers, a lot of X-Men, a lot of that stuff would all be on that tape. And all I wanted to do was go home after, after coming home from school, convince my mother to finally let me watch TV on Fridays, because for a while I couldn't watch TV on Fridays either. It was my cousin, shout out to her, that helped me convince my mom that Friday is technically the start of the weekend.
Yep, so we get off. That's the weekend.
Right? So if I wanted to watch my Power Rangers, if I wanted to watch whatever, it would all be on that tape. And all I wanted to do was watch my tape. That's it. If that got interrupted, or if I ended up on punishment for like a week or whatever, that was torture.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I remember the tapes, and that's funny because when you were saying, like, you get caught up, but it's crazy because you literally have to remember that if you didn't catch that show, man. What else, Zakaya? We gotta get Zakaya on here. She's a real big supporter of all my shows. I really appreciate all the love. I would love to have you on, Zakaya. Come on and talk some stuff with us. We're gonna do more of these, guys. Listen, tonight we're gonna wrap up probably a little bit early. I'm probably gonna be wrapping up in a minute here, but I'm really enjoying this. So we're gonna do more of that. I think we might even continue this next week. And Kyle, you also just gave me another idea for a show that I would like to do. When you said you didn't even know it, but you did. When you said WB, because there was, when we were talking about UPN 9 earlier, WB. I want to talk about the class TGIF. We were talking about all of this stuff. I want to talk about the classic channels and the lineups. I want to talk about, we're going to do a whole thing. Maybe we'll call classic TV lineups or something like that or whatever.
Speaking of a classic TV lineup, look at this one over here. It says my mom would record Power Rangers, VR Troopers, X-Men, and Beetleborgs.
Beetleborg. What up, Warren?
What?
Beetleborg. Warren, you need to come on this show, bro. I know we talk wrestling and shit, but wrestling's been ass, man. Warren, come on. You gotta come on, Warren. I'm gonna send you the link, bro. So we'll have Warren on the next time you're available. I know your schedule will be different from working and stuff, but we gotta have Warren come on. We gotta get
bro just said the entire Fox Kids lineup at that time.
I'm trying to tell you. Beetleborgs. Hold on, wait, real quick. Yep. Somebody, I didn't respond back to him, but somebody said that VR Troopers was better than Power Rangers. Yeah. Can we find this motherfucker? Listen, don't play with me.
Okay.
Yeah, more. I'm gonna send you the link. When we, maybe next week if you're free next week, we'll get you on, bro. We got to get you guys in. We talk some fun ass shit on here.
Yeah, everybody is entitled to their opinion, and I will say this: VR Troopers tried to do because these were all made by the same people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were all trying to basically.
What universe? That's right.
You know, they were all trying to like, listen. They missed a golden opportunity to have them all collab together. I know that this is before multiverses have always been a thing in comics and cartoons. But imagine if they had the time, the money, and the footage to have Beetleborgs, Power Rangers, and VR Troopers all on the same episode. But
I liked how the Beetleborgs, the kids, they had like the powers.
Yeah,
it gave them like an extra like little thing or whatever. Because the one
kid powers, it
had like the mind control. The other girl was like real strong or whatever. I enjoy shit like that, bro. VR Troopers and Beetleborgs were good.
Yeah, VR Troopers.
You forget about them. They see the more seasons, in my opinion. It was just a bad channel and time slot.
The two things
I love VR Troopers. I loved all of it. But Power Rangers was gold, man.
The random fact about the two of those, though, the reason why they didn't last like Power Rangers did is because they ran out of footage
from all the other shit they were stealing it from, right? All the Japanese shows.
The Japanese shows, because VR Troopers actually, like all three of the troopers. I don't know if you remember, because I've gone back and rewatched it. Matter of fact, you can watch it on freaking.
Good point, American.
It's Tubi and a few other things, right? But with VR Troopers and Beetleborgs, VR Troopers especially, it required more footage, and they burned through it faster because all three of the kids, the robot suits, they were from 3 separate shows, and they put them together. Notice,
man, that's so. Just make your own shit. Why are they going through so much?
Because it was cheaper. It was
get the
it was
fuck out of
cheaper.
here.
Why do you think? Like, why do you think they didn't like? It was cheaper. They got a show that was already produced. All they had to do was dub over it and make their own versions of the costumes on occasion. And they didn't even and the Power Rangers weren't even getting paid regular.
Nope. That's why
like,
the original ones
money.
left. They said that shit now. They was like they wasn't getting paid nothing, bro, and they was making all that damn money.
Exactly.
You usually at the beginning you don't get paid like that though. If you know anything about, there's plenty of people who do shit in Hollywood and you working for free damn near until like something hits and something.
Oh
sticks.
yeah, but they were a non-union show, so they were so they were free. They were working basically for peanuts. You know, by season 2, they were making all this money, and they were barely seeing any of it. You know, so.
Warren, you are right. The VR Troopers had a dope ass. They did. Yeah, that shit was dope. Troopers, the virtual reality trooper. That shit was fire, bro. They had listen. We're gonna do it, yo. We're gonna do the episode. We talk about lineups, and we definitely will do Fox Kids lineup. That's crazy. The guy, as a matter of fact, rest in peace to the guy who I don't know if he made Animaniacs and all that stuff, or if he was.
He was an animator.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, so shout out to him, man. A lot of these voice stars and classic voice stars and animators are passing away recently, man. That's weird.
Yeah, man.
Beetleborgs and had a great ass run. I hated the ending, and they screwed up all the stars, which is crazy. I had everything of I had every damn Power Ranger thing there was, bro. The monsters, Lord Zed, fucking Rita, I had all of that shit, bro. The fucking one of the greatest toys of all time, in my opinion. I love Ninja Turtles, I love Batman, and I had all the wrestlers. I'll say that shit right now. But the greatest toys of all time was the fucking Power Rangers toys. The Zords.
Yeah.
When you put them together, and then you got the White Tiger, you got the Dragon, you got the fucking all the dinosaurs, then you got the Ninja Zords and Ninja was Ninjago, whatever.
Yeah.
Ninja. Bro, yeah. I had all of that shit. And you would play for days, bro.
Yeah.
You play for days, for seasons.
Because all of that, because you would be coming up with your own, lore and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Mac and cheese.
Gummies, shampoo. Remember all the different stuff? Yeah, they had some the bed sheets, everything, bro.
Man, wow. Ooh, I'm having flashbacks, right?
Yeah, me too, man. Hold up.
Yep.
I'm over here dying and shit.
You good?
But I had all of them too. Yo, listen, man. And they were just so much fun, man. But we're gonna talk more about this. We're gonna do more of these, man. I really enjoyed this. And look at the comments came to life and shit. We started talking about the right shit, Kyle. But we're gonna have some more stuff. Yo, real quick before we bounce out, what's up with A for Able? While I try not to choke to death.
Oh man, I got your episode. I talked to a possible new person to have on, and I'm trying to get myself to do like solo episodes, because there's been stuff going.
Okay.
There's like not like a whole. I can't hold it down for a whole hour or so like you can. Okay,
I think you could. You got a lot to talk about. I think you got more to talk about than you give yourself credit for.
I think the most I can do is like 15-20 minutes. But there are things, and if I do it regularly, maybe it'll get easier. But that's the thing. I like having energy to bounce off of. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Yes, so, it is more fun.
But I'm discovering that there's a lot of things that, number one, I don't know, that I'm just discovering, and other things in this world that have to do with the disabled community that is honestly, I'm gonna be honest, it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. You know why? Because the people that have something to say about the disabled community act like they can't be disabled themselves. We are the only minority that anybody can be a part of at any point in time, and yet there's no respect, barely any funding. We don't get any kind of in a little bit of recognition that we do get in the in the normal world or whatever. It's just shunned. It's basically just swept under the rug half the time. We're people too, is all I got to say. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
That was actually a really good point too, because you don't think about it. I tell my kids all the time, man. There's my son, my baby, he's moving around now more. And like we got high beds and shit. So it's like, one little move and somebody not paying attention, and then he crawls off, bam, land on your neck, land on your thing, bro. If you're not dead, you know what I'm saying? You wind up in a wheelchair. There's like people who on like Instagram and stuff like that, where they have whole channels like dedicated to talking about like how they kind of get by with in a wheelchair and things that they do different. And a lot of them are people who ended up in a wheelchair, not who were always in one, from an accident, a car accident, whatever. And like you said, you don't think about that shit, but yeah, we are all one fall away from, we're one fucking
fall
age away,
or one stroke, like remember, a lot of things are invisible too. Shout out to the autistic and ADHD communities as well, because there's still things that we're studying that we do not know, and the people that are trying to make the rules for how we move in life, especially in America, I can't count for everything, because some people are up on it more than we are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But people like freaking RFK Jr., who constantly are like, oh, one day it's, oh, this caused autism. This caused autism. We had studies like this. It wasn't like that when I was a kid. Number one, are you talking to actual disabled people?
No,
or are you going by studies that were debunked decades ago, but because you hold a position of power, you just think everybody's going to go along with what you say, including the president, who is disabled himself.
They're all, bro, listen, when you talk to these jackasses who are in power and in charge, bro, none of these motherfuckers know what's going on, bro. They never did.
Trump is like, oh, I don't want so and so. Nobody should have a learning disability and blah blah blah. Dude, you are delusional. You are delusional. I am sorry. I am sorry to say you are delusional. That is not real. That is not real life. The idea that no one should have a comorbidity or any kind of difference is not real life, bro. I don't know what kind of fantasy world you living in. And let's not forget that they exclude us from pop culture as well. Like, people act like, oh, disabled people shouldn't exist in fantasy spaces or freaking fan spaces. Blah blah blah. Get out of here with your ignorant self. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about all of that and more on A for Abled in the future. Stay tuned.
Okay. Yeah, listen, I'm looking forward to it because it's good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, anybody at any given time, man, you never know. And so that's why you try to be respectful. Like I talk to people all day. I felt bad for this one guy today because, a lot of times the guys that I be talking to, sometimes they be their own problem, but they're older and stuff. So you got to kind of just rock with it. But you just never know. Remember the guy was saying like he missed his ride a whole bunch of times and he was trying to do something, but he was out there and he was hurting. He was on his ankle and his ankle was messed up and he's older, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's out there trying to take Lyfts and Uber and shit. But it's just weird. But I feel you, man. But once again, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I actually really enjoyed this. I wanted to I knew I was gonna kind of cut this short a little bit tonight. I want to just come on here and have some fun. And when I say cut this short, I mean like, okay, we still did an hour, but like usually me and Kyle will go like hour, 40 minutes or whatever. But we're going to come back next week and we're going to do this again. I have 1,000 questions, bro. I have 1,000,000 questions. I might even have some more next week. But we also have facts. We also have like a couple of interesting facts that we're kind of just going to put up here and maybe talk about or whatever and trying to get some things. I also have some different types of like memes and stuff like that we're going to put up and kind of talk about who it may reference and stuff like that. And then we also got another show we're going to do. We're going to be getting some guests on, having people on about different lineups throughout history and TV. So we're gonna talk about different shows and stuff like that we used to like. We're gonna talk about different, maybe we'll do one that's like movies that we used to watch on HBO. We're gonna have some fun, bro. We're gonna have some fun these next couple episodes, and we're gonna keep it going. If you guys like what you're watching, make sure you check us out on YouTube. And until next week, because we wrapped up a whole new week, we're gonna tell you to stay true, stay positive, and pay attention. We out, y'all. Have a great night, yo. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure you head on over to the B-Line Entertainment LLC YouTube channel, where we have so much more for you. We have the B-Line Web Show on Tuesday nights, as well as Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk on Wednesdays, and of course, the B-Line Entertainment Show on Thursday night. Join us and make sure that you hit that like, hit that share, and of course, subscribe with that bell button for the notifications so you can make sure you're getting all the great content from the B-Line Entertainment LLC.